everybody. Welcome back. It's the Semi. Today, I want to play some Esper Doomsday again. And I was just kind of looking at my deck list that I had from, I don't know, past videos and whatnot. And I came across an Esper list and I looked at it. I was like, yeah, you know what? This seems kind of fun. Yeah, a little sad that Cube's gone. I've really been enjoying Cube lately. But I figure, let's play some more Doomsday. I know that there are bug tempo decks. There is the straight blue black turbo deck, which I have been enjoying. But I haven't played Esper in a hot minute, so we're gonna play Esper tonight. Um, Fairy Time Raveler's pretty sweet. I want to try to figure out if we want to actually be playing these Barrogoyfs in the sideboard or not. I could see playing Leyline of Sanctity. I've been loving that card recently. And then I could also see playing, like, I don't know, another Force of Negation or maybe some Murktide Regents. But I think I'm just going to run it with the Goyfs. I don't mind having the Goyfs. Yeah, I've decided I don't mind having the Goyfs. Let's take it for a spin and just see what happens. Been a little disenchanted by Legacy recently. I think that's just because I was super dialed into Cube, which was really fun. Not dialed in the way that I was like destroying at it, but just felt like I was just really enjoying playing Cube. We can talk about card choices as they arise. I'm mostly just interested in playing. Of course, it's haRAIN. Yeah, this is challenging. Okay. I guess we're on camera here. This hand is pretty trash. They've got a Yorion. We've got a basic swamp in our 3-color Doomsday deck, so I'll mulligan here. Got Tamiyo, Force of Will, Thassa's Oracle. We've got Edge of Autumn. I'm going to keep this hand, and I'm going to bottom, I think, Edge of Autumn. Edge of Autumn does flip the Tamiyo, but it's at the expense of a land, so if it was like the Street Wraith, I probably would have kept the Street Wraith, but yeah. Okay, Flooded Strand, huh? What does this mean? I think I'm going to toss a Tamiyo into the mix here. They'll probably answer it. And that is fine. I'm not sure that I'll fight over protecting it. It's Meticulous Archives. Maybe they're playing... No, they're not playing Dreadnought. They have this Yorion Sky Nomad. I bet this is Beans. Up the Beanstalk. This is a 2 Oracle deck. I think I'm going to force it. I'll pitch Oracle. We're here to grind, right? So grind we shall. And let's go to combat first here. We'll make a clue token. Then I could play Ponder. I think I'm just going to play Scrubland and pass. We can crack the clue. I don't know if haRAIN plays black for Bowmasters. They're just coming in with a second Beanstalk. I'll crack clue in response. We do not find days. We do find force, but I don't think I'm going to force the second one. Kind of want this Ponder. Solitude on Tamiyo to draw a card. Oh man, this is rough. I wonder if they're going to fight over this. If they've got force too, that's wild. I'll draw a card. Tamiyo lives to fight another day, but it's not the best. Let's go Edge of Autumn, or sorry, Undercity Sewers. We'll bin Dark Ritual, go to combat, make a clue, crack this clue. They missed a land drop. Huh, there's Doomsday. So now, I mean, I could cycle Edge. That puts us a land behind, though, which I really don't like. Having a way to crack into our pile's not bad either. I think I'm going to pass here. I found land for turn. It's a third Beanstalk. Uro. Yorion to hand, perhaps to pitch to Force of Will. Oh, Solitude pitch Yorion. Yeah. This one happens. They've got 4 cards in hand. Thoughtseize is excellent. Let's hit them with that. They're going to Force of Will, pitch Risen Reef. Okay. Does that mean they have another force? Probably. But we'll jam Doomsday regardless. All right, it's in. 3 cards in hand, huh? One of our oracles is gone. We're not really under pressure. So we can go to Fairy, Thassa's Oracle, to Fairy, Thassa's Oracle, maybe even just another Teferi, Cavern of Souls, and Street Wraith. So Cavern of Souls, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Teferi. We'll pass. If they just jam Murktide Regent here, and they have Force of Will backup, that will just kill us. But they so far don't have a threat. So I feel as though we might be able to grind through any interaction that they do draw. Drew another land. Please don't jam Murktide Regent, haRAIN. Green Sun for 3. I'm telling him that he's cooking spicy beans. Risen Reef. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't put it onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Okay. Let's play Teferi. Okay, let's pass. Another land, 2 cards in hand. What is this? Quantum Riddler? Riddle me timbers. Huh, that's a good one. Attacking for 1. Going to 6. Draw another Teferi. Let's play another Teferi. Let's bounce Fury. We'll pass. Don't like that I had to bounce Fury there. I imagine we're just dead. Why? What is happening? Sure, you can nuke that. Attack me for 1. Draw a card. Let's go like this. Let's name Wizard. And let's hope that they don't have an endurance. They probably do. Leyline Binding to draw a card. And we got there. Okay. So, not very elegant, but it does the trick. How do I want to fight against this deck? We don't really have much at all to fight against Beans. Just a Duress and a Jace. I don't think I want Barrowgrace here. I don't know that I really want Swords to Plowshares or even Prismatic Ending either. It's kind of annoying, actually. Let's cut a Daze on the draw. Then sort by mana value. We could cut Quantum Riddler. We could cut Lion's Eye Diamond, but I don't think I want to do that. They're going to have Pyroblast as well. I don't think I like this matchup. Maybe it's not horrible, but I'll cut one of my Lotus Petals. And maybe I'm actually supposed to keep all the Dazes. I'm going to cut 2 petals. Dazes on Beans is pretty good if they want to jam a turn 2 Beans. So let's see how it goes. Yorion, huh? This hand's got a lot of lands, not much else going on. I'm going to mulligan it. This hand's pretty solid. We'll keep it. And we've got double force, which might actually be important, but this is tough to say. I think I'm going to bottom Force of Will, unfortunately. Delighted Halfling. This is a wild deck haRAIN's put together here. Blusterstorm's not too shabby. Let's go Delta, Underground Sea, Ponder. It's finding Dark Ritual there would have been the bee's knees. I think these cards are still fine. Let's go Consider, Strand, Ponder, pass. Are they jamming Beans? Ponder, huh? Attack with Delighted Halfling. They shuffled their library off the Ponder too. So we're going to draw a land here. And then what was underneath the land? I cannot quite remember. Consider was. So here, I think I could ponder, I could pass, I could brainstorm. Not feeling like brainstorming is what I want to do here. I know there's a consider on top, so I think I'm going to fetch here. I'm going to cast ponder. And unfortunately, I'm going to shuffle all those. We end up with Lion's Eye Diamond anyways, which is probably the worst card in our deck. Let's see what they want to do here. I assume they've got some Pyroblasts, which is kind of terrifying. What is this? Is this Omnath? No way. All right, all right, all right. Nothing like a good old uncounterable Omnath to spice up a relationship. Let's draw a card. Boss's Oracle. Did I not shuffle those? I shuffled my library and drew two of the same cards. There's a Teferi among these brainstorms. I'm calling the cops. I think I need to brainstorm now. They're going to go like absolutely bananas next turn. Ooh, this just is not good. This is really, really bad. Let's get rid of Lion's Eye Diamonds. And I guess I'll put Cavern on top. I'll play Swamp. I'll Thought Seize them. Get a lay of the land over here. They're going to Force of Will my Thoughtseize. Really don't want me peeking in their hand. Let's Daze the Force. Got Endurance and Subtlety. I guess I'll take Endurance. Subtlety's pretty good too. Freaking Elementals, huh? I've got Ponder. Blew a Force. Ponder's very good. We'll let it go though. Cavern of Souls. Sure, buddy. I was supposed to Doomsday last turn though. This is not looking good for the home team. The Omnath is just crippling. This Doomsday will put me to 5. I was supposed to Doomsday last turn, probably. There's Lion's Eye Diamond on top. Let's see if they're going to Subtlety this. I assume they do. They don't, huh? Brainstorm's not going to help. I'll pass. Yorion's in hand. Attack for 4. Okay. Let's draw a card. Okay, so I guess we want these plows. They're playing a very interesting deck over there. I think the plows won't hurt us. They've got a lot of kind of crazy cards. Let's bring in a couple of plows. I think I still like Duress. I like the Fluster still. I cut a Dark Ritual, but that's not really what I want to be doing. It's so hard. It's so hard to know here. Honestly, their deck's kind of clunky though too, right? Maybe I just bring in like 2 plows. I'll cut 1 days. Maybe Unearth isn't necessary. We'll submit the deck like this. They're like heavy on endurances, so I don't really want to be unearthing. Got Tamiyo. We've got Thoughtseize. I guess I'll keep. We have yet to see. I don't remember what I was gonna say. We have yet to see something out of them. Is what I was gonna say, but don't know. Halfling, huh? Yeah, you've got a halfling. That thing's terrifying. Maybe I'm supposed to be having all plows in my deck. Let us Thoughtseize. Ashling the Limitless. Elemental permanent spells you cast from your hand gain Evoke 4. Whenever you sacrifice a non-token elemental, create a token that's a copy of it. I don't want to play. Yikes, dude. I'm going to take the Ashling. I'm going to attack. Okay, so they played Scalding Tarn. haRAIN's sad because I killed his spice. Let's grab Undercity Sewers here. Duress is pretty decent. Keep that on top. Go to our turn. Let's play this. Let's attack. We'll make another clue. Then I'll do this. Okay, yeah, we'll just have to pass here. I don't think I'm going to cast Duress. They're going to play Endurance and End Step. No. Okay. Another Savannah. So many Savannahs. Leyline Binding. Sure. There are more Tamiyos where that came from. Okay, we'll draw. It is a daze. Let's crack this clue. Consider. Well, let's play another Tamiyo, I guess. Pass. What is this? Yorion to hand. Okay. Dark Ritual. Let's go to combat. Let's attack. Let's go consider. I think I'll keep it on top. Crack clue. For Lion's Eye Diamond. We're going to flip Tamiyo here. We'll plus Tamiyo. Deploy Lion's Eye Diamond. And then pass. Meticulous Archive, huh? What is this, Skipper? Green Sun for 3. Am I supposed to force this? I'll force pitch Oracle. I don't know what they would be getting there, but brainstorm. Let's tick Tamiyo up. Let's hit them with a Duress. Yorion Endurance, Endurance Consign. Let's take Force of Negation. I think I'll cast Brainstorm. Let's put Dark Ritual back with Teferi on top. Let's play Tundra. We'll pass. Go to their turn. Legendary spells can't be countered. That's not good. Oh, it's Yorion? Right. Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Tamiyo's gone. Draw to Fairy. Let's go. There's a Dark Ritual underneath, huh? Let's go Ponder. Any order shuffle. Let's attack with Tamiyo. Flip it. Plus Tamiyo. Cast Ponder. Force of Will. Doomsday. Dark Ritual. Pass. Attack Tamiyo. I'm supposed to put this Thassa's Oracle back in my deck. Yep, there's your Ashling. Back here. Draw that. Let's go white, blue, black for Teferi. Teferi is just in, huh? Oh, let's go Dark Ritual. Let's go Doomsday. We'll have to grab Jace. We'll have to grab Lotus Petal, Street Wraith, blank. Use Teferi, draw Street Wraith into Petal, play Petal, Street Wraith into Petal, play Petal, edge into Jace. Yeah, this should work. Ponder, Jace, Petal, Wraith. We will Jace into Wraith. Wraith into pedal. Play pedal. Hold control. Sack this. Crack this for triple blue. Cast Jace. Jace me. And we got there. All right. That was kind of sick. Always nice taking down haRAIN. Very sweet deck. Very, very sweet deck. You'll love to see it. I'm going to pause here and just pop into haRAIN's stream for a second, and then we'll go back to jam some more Legacy after. All right. Said hello to haRAIN, and now we're back here. Check out haRAIN on Twitch. Look at this guy. He's just out there. He's out there jamming some elementals, man. In the spirit of Lorwyn, we're out here just doing the thing. Nothing Lorwyn about this Doomsday League. Oh, we have an opponent here. All right. We've got Force of Will. We've got Daze, Flusterstorm, Teferi, Tamiyo. I mean, this is the kind of stuff dreams are made of, right? Tropical Island, Lotus Petal. Is this Doomsday? Is Bug Doomsday? Let's go Polluted Delta, Lotus Petal, Fetch, Underground Sea, Tamiyo. If this is the Bug Tempo Doomsday version, then they won't have their Veil of Summering in response. Sure. If they're going to Veil of Summer force this, I'm cool with that. Oh, they're Omni. Very well. That was the other possibility. The other possibility was that they're Omni. Don't have a land drop. What did they pitch? It was Omniscience. That's why we knew it was Omni. Or silly guy. Silly guy. Okay, well, I think if this is Omni, I just want to grab Scrubland here and jam Teferi. And we're just in there like swimwear. Let's plus Teferi. This is just going to mean that our counter magic is pretty good. I mean, they do have Veils in their deck, right? So there is that whole chestnut, but stock up. I think I'll Daze it. Daze seems nice there. It is unfortunate, though, that now we have this Scrubland. Can't, like, brainstorm around. But that is okay. Thoughtseize here is great, especially while they're down on Veils. Oh, let's not Thoughtseize here. Let's, I think, plus Teferi and Thoughtseize them in their freaking draw step. That is a line at our disposal here. Always good to remember. Good old draw step Thoughtseize. Can't Veil in response either. Emrakul, Atraxa, the One Ring. I'll take the ring. We just need to find some gas here. The fact that we've got this Brainstorm is nice. We're going to play out their Strand and pass. We'll draw for turn. I might fire Teferi here on nothing. I'm going to do that. Fire Teferi on nothing. Cast Brainstorm. Oof. Let's put back Street Wraith. I guess with Consider on top. Play out Swamp. Pass. We could still very easily lose this game. Hedge Maze kept it on top, so they like what they have. We are Flusterstorm down here, which is most unfortunate. They're going to get their Brainstorm. I'm not going to force the Brainstorm. I guess I couldn't have flustered it either. Another Brainstorm. Ancient Tomb. For show and tell. I think I go Force Pitch Fluster here. They're just going to scoop it up to that. Okay. Love to see that. This matchup is stressful. We want Force of Negations, Jace, and Duress, I think. I don't think we want the Barrowglyphs. I don't think we need Unearth in this matchup. They could be a flute deck, though. They are an Ancient Tomb deck, but we're bringing in Jace. Jace is helpful. Fairy's so strong. I think we can cut, yet again, a couple of Lotus Petals. Sort by mana value. I could cut a Dark Ritual. I think that's serviceable. All right, let's do that. Bring in a few more counter spells, another discard spell, and a planeswalker to another planeswalker to grind value. Opponents on the play. We've got a hand with some defenses. Veil of Summer is very strong, though. We kind of got lucky there. We kind of just broke their will in that game. This hand's decent on the draw. Ponder, okay. Petal, go. What do we get? Delta. I'm going to ponder off UC. Do you see what I see? Let's shuffle those. Another force is not the end of the world. Where my threats at, folks? Where my threats at, you know? I just got show and tell. I'm going to go Force of Negation, pitch Daze. They're going to go Veil of Summer, then I'll Daze Veil of Summer. They're going to Daze Force of Negation. No response. I'm going to go Force Pitch Brainstorm. Okay, they did not have the Veil there. I've still got Daze, but this Daze is not long for this world. Let's see if we can find a discard spell here. We can. We're going to send that discard spell. Duress, you've got Sink into Stupor, Atraxa. Let's take Sink. Pass the turn. If they top deck Show and Tell here, we're cooked. Did they? This is fucked up, dude. All right. We'll go to the next game. Wow. I guess they set that up with their Ponder, the double Show and Tell. Not going to change my deck. I could see boarding in Barrowglyphs and just trying to ride the creatures to victory, but oof, Dark Ritual Doomsday on the play. They're obviously going to Force of Will. I don't think this is the kind of hand we can keep against them. This one's slightly better. I'm going to go turn one Tamiyo here. We'll pass. Hopefully they don't have turn one Show and Tell. No, they don't. Unless they have double Petal. Petal pass. Okay. So there's a Daze. Let's attack. We'll make a clue, and then I think I'm going to ponder after. Ponder. Huh. Another Doomsday. I mean, I could take another Doomsday and then just jam this one. They'll force. I think I go any order, though. Brainstorm. Let's brainstorm. Let's go like that. We'll flip Tamiyo. Plus Tamiyo. Then we're going to pass. I think we might be dead here, though. I gotta hope that they have more of a controlling hand. Yeah, we're cooked. Oh, it's the ring. Well, let's daze that. That just happened. I'll rebuy daze. Play Underground Sea. I'm going to go Dark Ritual Doomsday. And then I've got Oracle already in hand. Okay, so we can go Island, Duress, Edge, Street Wraith, Oracle. Done. We can go Island on the bottom. We can go like this. We can pass. Mistrise Village. Okay. Play this. We'll duress them. I'll take Sink into Stupor. Pass. They're going to ponder here. Okay. They kept a card. Go here. We'll go to draw. It's Street Wraith. Let's return Duress. Duress. Force Pitch Atraxa. Well, I'll jam Island here. They're gonna daze. Oh my god, dude. I'm actually gonna lose this. Alright. Surveil. Did they hit 3 counter spells? No. Okay, we got there. Jeepers. That was stressful. Okay. Not the best hand. We're on the draw. We've got the namesake. I'll keep it. We'll see what happens. Pithing Needle. I'm gonna name Wasteland. Do they know that I'm a Doomsday player? Wasteland. Okay. So that turns Wasteland off against me as well. Which is actually pretty sick. I think I'm going to poke with a Thoughtseize here. Is this Depths? It does appear to be some kind of Depths deck. We'll take Malevolent Rumble. So they're trying to turbo here. Okay. But we need a Dark Ritual and Peranto, because they've got boots as well. And they top decked Expedition map. Do I daze the boots here? I actually think I have to. It's going to give us a turn. Like, this represents the hasty Merit Lage. We might need to pass the turn with our Doomsday, right? Okay, we're going to go Underground Sea yet again. This puts us behind, though, by dazing, right? So maybe that wasn't good. Because we're quite literally very far from putting this Doomsday on the stack. If I brainstorm into Dark Ritual in end step, though, we can go Dark Ritual Doomsday. I can't imagine they don't jam Thespian Stage here. They've got Exploration too. Okay, yeah, so we're like super cooked. Exploration, Tabernacle. I think I have to send the Brainstorm here. Hope to hit Dark Ritual. Okay. We do not find Dark Ritual. So things get more complicated now. Merit Lage gets put into the mix. Mox Diamond Pitch. Dark Depths. Pass. So I'm going to go. We're really looking for Dark Ritual yet again. Any Dark Rituals in the house? I think if I top can. Oh, fuck. Was I not supposed to do that? No, it's fine. So now we get to brainstorm. Any Dark Rituals in the house? Yes. Oh, this wasn't good enough. Shit, this actually wasn't good enough. I was supposed to consider, I guess, and hold the brainstorm. Because now I go Dark Ritual Doomsday. Right. Did I put Unearth back? I can't remember if I put Unearth back, but if so, that's a huge blunder. I guess Tamiyo means I could chump for a turn. Dark Ritual Doomsday, consider bin. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can consider into Tamiya. Oh my god, there's Unearth. But that's not helpful anymore. So we got to bottom that, draw. And we're dead. Okay. Sorry, I thought that I thought we had one mana. I forgot that we had to cast the brainstorm too. Land is going to be a lot harder for this Teferi deck to beat. I guess those cards aren't terrible against lands. Fawns also aren't terrible against lands. I guess spell bombs, if we're trying to grind a bit longer, aren't the worst either. We don't need dazes. We don't need cavern, most likely. Thought seizes aren't really the best. I don't know that we want all of the plows, though. Like, that could be goofy, potentially. Quantum Riddler seems all right. Flusterstorm doesn't seem the best. Unearth against the, like, Bajuka Bog deck isn't the best. We cut all those. Spell bombs. I mean, Tamiyos aren't that good against. I guess Tamiyos are all right against lands if we flip it early. So I think I'm going to go Swords to Ending. We'll try running it like this. Glad I dazed that. Well, yeah, if I didn't daze the boots, I would have had one more land, but I also would have been dead to the Lage a turn sooner. So I guess, yeah, I think I stand by that. I don't know what else I could have done in that game. Casting Consider instead of Brainstorm to try to find Dark Ritual, it would have worked. So we drew Underground Sea, Dark Ritual, Underground Sea, which means that Dark Ritual was in the middle. And so if I saw the sea, I would have binned it, and then I would have drawn the Dark Ritual off the Consider, and then we could have just Bob's Your Uncle them. But yeah, like that would have been the only line I think that gets us to a win there, because I kind of screwed up. We also could have gotten like Lotus Petal off that Brainstorm in addition to the Ritual, but when you start asking for two things, things get a little rough. This hand does not look aggressive enough to beat lands. This hand looks pretty terrible. We do get to flip a Tamiyo on 2, though, so maybe there's merit to that. Burns a lot of our resources to do so. I'll keep, and I guess I'll bottom Scrubland. And this time, I can't even fetch willy-nilly into Wastelands because they're not going to name Wasteland. So I fear that I've got to go basic island, Tamiyo, and pass. Obviously, they've got like Pithing Needles and all these cards that are just so good against Tamiyo. So maybe it's just a mistake to be playing Tamiyos in this matchup. I should have boarded them out, and I've mis-sideboarded. I may have just convinced myself of that being the case. My God, Exploration's going to bury us. But if I fawn this, I'm going to, because it just allows them to accelerate so quickly. So I'll fawn it. It does mean we're not flipping our Tamiyo, though, which, I mean, this puts us to nothing, right? So maybe I have to let it go. Because now they have 5 cards in hand. I've got 2 cards in hand. I've got this Tamiyo. And yeah, it's not doing a whole lot. To get Swamp, Crack Clue, it's merely a land. I could have held Clue. Didn't know I had a land, though. Holding Clue with 4 mana with the Petal next turn, we could go Crack Clue, flip Tamiyo, but I don't know if that's worth it. Mox Diamond, so they're accelerating anyways. Another rumbling. Yep. They took Thespian Stage. This lands deck is too turbo for us now. Crop Rotation. Is getting Dark Depths or Caracas for Tamiyo, of course. Yeah, this is so bad. I should just shame Scoop here. Yeah, if we don't draw Doomsday immediately, we're just screwed. All right. Yeah, I definitely forgot that Caracas is here as well. Tamiyo's super unreliable. It just like needs to be flipped. But now we need Brainstorm in order to do any flipping business here. We chose Dark Depths, so now they've got Stage Depths at their disposal. What a fast turbo deck, huh? Well, we got to go for the sewers. I guess I could have fawned the Rumble. I was probably supposed to do that. Because what else am I fawning, right? Let's play Consider. Let's bin Tamiyo. This is... I don't know that there's any way we can win. And yeah, I should have fawned the Rumble for sure. Let's fawn Life from the Loam. There's Depths. So I guess I could get Swords to Plowshares here. That can be good. We need like a something to draw into the deck. Yeah. Yeah, I think the time of trying to flip a Tamiyo is long since past. So let's cast Brainstorm. Got another Loam in their graveyard too. Gotta find Plow. Yeah. All right. That one's over. Got beat by just a really quick Merit Lage. So that's going to be challenging. We were kind of spinning tires in the second or first game. The second game, I just missed sideboarded and didn't fawn that Rumble. That's on me for not paying attention to what I'm doing. Let's wish our opponent good luck, have fun. Got another Tamiyo hand. These Tamiyo hands have kind of just been unexciting. I'll keep Island Ponder. Island Ponder keep. Fairy's not bad. Let's start things off with a Tamiyo. We can use Street Wraith in conjunction with Ponder next turn to flip our Tamiyo while also getting a little bit of selection with the Undercity Sewers. They've got their own Tamiyo, sure. They got a Brainstorm. Oh, Storm Chaser's Talent. Yikes. Okay, so this is this deck. I don't like this one bit. I think we're going to get absolutely dumpstered here. Unfortunately. I don't know if they'll daze this. Let's just play Undercity Sewers, honestly. Let's cast Ponder. Let's see if they daze this. They don't. 2 lands, huh? I guess I'll keep both lands. Oh, this means I'm taking all 3 lands. But plus here on Tamiyo will pass. Yeah, that Ponder was terrible. I'm not playing too tight right now. Boomerang Basics target Storm Chaser's Talents. This is a sick combo. I've been wanting to try this deck out in paper. I have some Boomerang Basics in the mail, and my friend has the Talents. I think this deck is awesome. This is some mono blue version. I would play blue red, but yeah, like, are they just gonna fuck my Tamiyo? I just don't want to play Magic, guys. This is disgusting. I guess not. I guess we're not quite getting destroyed. They're pondering after. Interesting. Yeah, these tokens are just so good. Now they've got a Tamiyo. We're just trying all these lands because I'm so stupid. Okay, let's play Thassa's Oracle. There's a Dark Ritual. I don't think those are really the skippers we're looking for. We've got Lion's Eye Diamond plus Teferi. But yeah, I don't see how we're beating these otters. They undoubtedly have counter magic up as well. Roiling Dragonstorm. Another Dragonstorm. They discarded Murktide. Fascinating. They just don't need it with these otters. They don't need no dragon where they're going. Doesn't the dragon like return this shit to their hand too? Very nice. They must have another dragon in their hand already, I guess. Both of these guys going at Tamiyo. Padding the life total Tamiyo is like a good little skipper. We even get to block one with Oracle. Tamiyo plus Oracle is pretty cool. I wish I had second Surveil land here. Unfortunately, I do not. Let us draw. It is Doomsday. Do they have double force set up here? Let's get Scrubland. I really don't know if I'm supposed to. So if I Doomsday here, then they can return Boomerang Basics. They can bounce. I think I'm going to try jamming Teferi first, actually. They'll certainly have force here. We'll fluster their force. No response. No response. Flusterstorm. Then if they've got second force, which I expect them to because they discarded Dragon, or then maybe they have Daze. Let's see if this thing gets through. It does. Now we get to bounce an Otter. Try another copy of Doomsday. Hilarious. What are they boomeranging? They're boomeranging Dragonstorm. Interesting. They might be in trouble if they can't answer this Teferi. I'm sure they'll be able to find a way to answer the Teferi, that they wouldn't have boomeranged their own thing. If I get to come back to my turn with Tamiyo and Teferi out, I win. Because I can return Ponder with Tamiyo, Doomsday, and then I can't even really attack here. Attacking Teferi. Okay. Let's go like this. We'll block. Plussing Tamiyo to 8. They could have just even gotten back Boomerang Basics. They just have another Boomerang Basics. Boomerang Basics to Fairy. Okay. What do we find? They've got 2 cards in hand. One, two, three, four, five. Dude, they have Force of Will. They drew so many cards. Let's return Flusterstorm. Let's play Tundra. Let's go black, black, black. Play Doomsday. Okay, so they have Force. If they don't force, I think they win. If they do force, I win. Okay. I actually don't know what to do now. Thassa's Oracle, Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal with Devotion to 4 should win the game, right? And then we'll put just like Cavern in there. And the Days or something. I'll have 4 cards left in deck. They've got 2 cards in hand. This should work. Let's cast Brainstorm. Let's put back Doomsday and Teferi. Let's play Lotus Petal. Let's play Lotus Petal. Let's play Thassa's Oracle. Then we can Flusterstorm Force of Will. I'm glad I saw that. The rare cases where we got extra stuff in our hand. I don't think there's a single card they could have that could beat us now with only 1 mana up. Force of Will. And then we fluster the Force. Yeah. You'll love to see it. Okay. Just when I thought my spirits were low, losing to otters, we somehow stitched together the bee's knees. Very well. How do we want to battle against this skipper? It's possible we're going to want like these cards, and then there's like also the Barrogoyfs, which is an option. There's also the Barrogoyfs, which remain an option. God, this deck is so tight, though. We can cut Quantum Riddler. We can't even cut Cyclers. It's like, it really is so hard to determine. I mean, I could say that LED's not worth having, but when you have Jace in your deck, it's sometimes good. I think I can cut Unearth. Tamiyo was decent there. Don't get me wrong. They were also a Wasteland deck. So here's like 3 cards that I could see cutting. Maybe on the draw we can drop the Dazes. Then I guess Pending is better than Swords yet again. But having these removal spells, I honestly don't mind. I'll cut Lotus Petal against my better judgment. And I cut Unearth. So I could cut Thassa as well, but that's a little sketchy. Let's try cutting a Dark Ritual. We're just going to slow down a little bit. Well, you love to slow down and then have the fast Doomsday anyways. So, yeah, let's keep. They're on a mull to 6 on the play. Let's see if they start with an otter here. We're starting with Tamiyo. Very well. I might just match them. A Tamiyo. If they want to wasteland me, I invite it. No way they force this, right? Flipping Tamiyo against the Boomerang Basics deck is not the best. Touch Buds. No wasteland. What is this? Of course, Dragonstorm. Oh, yes, Dragonstorm flips Tamiyo. That's solid. That is solid. Okay. Let's attack. Get ourselves a clue here. And then let's play Polluted Delta. I'm going to cast Brainstorm before Thought Seizing. Ooh, yes. Prismatic Ending here is swell. I assume they're going to tick up again. So let's put land back. Our Tamiyo will flip. We'll plus our Tamiyo. And I assume they're just plussing their Tamiyo, so I'm not going to bother putting a pending on it this turn. Now they're pondering. We'll fetch for Undercity Sewers in the end step. I think I'll bin C. Go to my turn, draw. Jace. Okay, let's start with a Thoughtseize. Daze, consign. Let's take Murktide. Those dazes are going to be good, but we can play around them here. And now they've got, we took their Murktide. They've got daze, consign. Let's just plus our Tamiyo. We'll pass. Cracking Clue to draw a card. Passing. Hey, we won the Tamiyo war here. It is possible. I think I'm going to play Brainstorm so I can find discard spell here. It's obviously good. I don't. Put Jace on top. I guess with Doomsday. Play out basic islands. We'll pass. They're going to ponder. They're looking for Boomerang basics. Yeah, Boomerang basics is extraordinary here. Card is busted. They shuffled, though. It's got to be a good sign. Yeah, they're just scooping it up. Look at that. Tamiyo. I started doubting Tamiyo, and it turns out she's still the bee's knees. All right, we're 3-1 with Esper. Only lost to lands because I was asleep at the wheel. Well, not only because I was asleep at the wheel, but also because land is very fast and we slowed our deck down. It's a shame we couldn't get a trophy tonight because it is the new league here, but we don't trophy very often, so you know. I find that the Esper Doomsday deck always just results in like cool piles. Like I love having access to Teferi and the options that Teferi grants you. In a metagame that skews toward blue-black, having over blue-red tempo, having access to Teferis is pretty good too because they can't pyroblast it. You'll run into issues when the blue-black tempo deck starts splashing red for pyroblast to beat opposing Murktides and Kaitos, but I do like me a Tefers. Good luck, have fun to the opponent. This hand, we need to draw a boatload of mana sources. We're on the play. It's pretty risky. I'm going to keep, though. I don't care. We're up. We're 3-1. It doesn't matter if we lose. Let's cast Ponder. Island Ponder keep, in the words of the great Bosch father. Well, Brian, you let us down, pal. Do I want these cards? I don't think so. The Force of Will is cool. The Petal's all right. Tamiyo's neat. If we find a land off the top, jam Tamiyo, that's going to be nice. We're also playing 17 lands in this deck, not 16 like most Doomsday decks, and I've been liking 17 lands tonight. Oh no. You hate to see this, though. Oh, is this another Omni player? We just getting show and telled into the dirt bin? Oh, we're getting flesh raked. Now we're screwed. This deck is not that well equipped to fight against the Eldrazi menace. So Tamiyo is patently shit against Eldrazi, so let's brainstorm and pray. Okay, we're like halfway there, living on some prayer. Let's get rid of Teferi and Tamiyo. Let's play Marsh Flats, fetch Marsh Flats, grab basic Swamp to play around Wasteland, and then let's Thought Seize our opponent, taking Thought Not Seer. What the fuck me, dude. When you cast this spell, gain control, it's a threaten. I think I gotta take linebacker here. Take linebacker. Linebacker, I just met her. Ugh, this is disgusting. Eldrazi's really annoying. See, here's like where, yeah, we're slowing down. Did pretty good against mono blue. Did good against haRAIN's blue black. Did decent against Omnitel as well. We play against lands and we play against Eldrazi, the two turbo decks of the format, and we're just under an immense amount of pressure here. Taking the line breaker is nice. They're like, knowing the Eldrazi player, they'll like have top decked Lotus Petal and just Thought Not Seer me. But that's why we have two Doomsdays in our hand. So we're countering Thought Not Seer by not brainstorming back a Doomsday. I'm hoping that they just like, they're probably just gonna play this stupid thing. Oh, they're Kozilek's Commanding. That's a thing they can do. That's gonna set up for a Thought Not Seer next turn. Or just a Thought Not Seer right now. Why not? Just draw everything under the sun. It's okay. We just need to draw Dark Ritual and we win. The amount of times I said we just need to draw Dark Ritual and we win is crazy. Unless they are heads up and take Consider here. The correct play is to take Consider. That's actually what they will do. They will take Consider here. Yeah. Yeah, we're fucked. Now Dark Ritual doesn't win. It's like turn 2. They played Kozilek's Command and Thought Not Seer. And they Flesh Raked on 1. Like, this deck is so powerful. Flooded Strand. I think I'm just dead. Let's play Teferi. Let's bounce Thought Not. Wow. Okay, let's play Lotus Petal. Let's pass and hope our opponent can't kill us. If they can do both, they might be able to do both. Then I'm definitely dead. Maybe even if they just do this, I'm dead. Yeah. It's 5. I don't know how this works. I'll just let them. 8. Attack for 5. Put me to 3. Sorry, put me to 2. Draw effect? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. And now, please tell me I didn't exile Consider. Consider's exiled. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Wraith into Ponder. Ponder Oracle. Oh yeah, we can even like Quantum Riddle here if we wanted. Quantum Riddle. Wraith into Riddler. And then Riddler into like Oracle. Lotus Petal or something. Wraith into Riddler. Wraith into Riddler. Cast Riddler. Draw. Yeah, that ought to do it. Fluster on the bottom. Thassa, Petal, Riddler, Cycle Edge, Warp Riddler. We didn't even really need the Petal, but alas. We'll get them. All right, I guess they should have. And then we have devotion to 5. I guess they should have thought not seared me and attacked. I don't know. Fuck, dude. I gotta stop being so like defeatist. I have such a defeatist attitude. I'm so sorry, guys. Eldrazi is stressful as all hell, though. Against Eldrazi, I can see boarding in 13 cards. I don't know if we can actually make this work, but let us consider whether this is actually viable. It's like, what's not that good against Eldrazi? Dazes, Cavern, Thoughtseize, Flusterstorm, Tamiyos. Oh yeah, we're getting pretty close. And there's only one more card to cut now. Oh yeah, this is actually, it's almost like I thought about this, even though I did not think about it at all. I like Unearth against Disruptor Flute. We could cut an Oracle, sort by mana value. I think I like bringing in all of these removal spells as well. Riddler's pretty sick. We got the Barrogoyves. It means I like Dark Rituals. I'm gonna cut a Ponder. Let's sort by color. We've got 18 blue cards. That's not good, considering we want to have blue cards in our hand. But I think I'm just gonna run it like this. Bring the Goyfs in as well. You wouldn't need to bring the Goyfs in, but it's pretty easy to swap them for Tamiyos. Here we've got Ending for Chalice. Dark Ritual, we're just kind of looking for Doomsday, I guess, or Barrogoyf. Eldrazi Temple probably doesn't mean Chalice. Simian Spirit Guide, Chalice. Okay. That slows us down a little bit, but it's not the end of the world, actually. I guess, yeah, we'll go Delta. Oh, I guess if they have Thought Not Seer here, we're pretty cooked. Fleshraker's in. I'm going to our turn. Let's go Tundra. Prismatic Ending on Chalice of the Void. We'll pass. This Fleshraker's pretty strong. If they're the second Fleshraker, we're most likely just completely cooked. Second Fleshraker is very annoying. Second Fleshraker, very, very good. Wish I had Terminus in my deck, and they've got more. Jesus Christ, this is disgusting. And then I take 2 more. What is Existence, dude? This Eldrazi deck is stupid. It's insane, man. With the second Chalice, too. What champions, dude. We can't contend with this. Last time I was being a defeatist. This time we're actually defeated. Like, there's nothing we can do about this. All right. Very well. What a stupid deck, dude. Eldrazi, that deck is just so dumb, dude. All right, we're running it back. I ain't changing anything. Maybe I can just open a turn 1 in my Esper deck. Just hit me with the Dark Ritual Doomsday, Lotus Petal Cycler hand. Nah, never lucky. I'm going to mulligan this one. That one does not do enough. Well, I'll keep. I think I'll put Teferi on the bottom. If they have Chalice, right, like, they could have Wasteland, but if they Wasteland me, they're probably not deploying a threat. Let's go Dark Ritual. Let's go Doomsday. They could also just have Disruptor Flute. And they could also have Kozilek's Command. Something like this, I think, is what I want to do. Island. Unearth, Oracle, Edge Wraith. If they chalice on 0, that's bad. So I could play this out to play around that. But if I play this out, it might incentivize them not to wasteland me. I suspect I'm getting chaliced. If I'm getting chaliced, I don't know. We might have this. They're going for wasteland. Ever so slightly, I screwed this up. Or no, I didn't. Cycle Street Wraith. Let's play Undercity Sewers. No, this works. Let's put Thassa into the graveyard. Let's cycle Edge. And then let's cast Unearth, target Thassa. I built this pile to win in multiple ways. And win in multiple ways, we did. That was a good one. I actually really liked that one. Yeah, for a second there, I thought I screwed up because I thought that I had to cycle the Edge of Autumn before I surveilled the Undercity Sewers, but that's just not the case. That was awesome. That was so sick. A nice little 4-1 with the Doomsday. What was that pile? It was Island on the bottom, which admittedly might have been unnecessary, but it pads against Kozilek's Command in a situation where, so they could have also passed there with Kozilek's Command up. And they could have passed with Kozilek's Command up, right? And in that case, they probably wouldn't have had enough money to kill the Oracle. And so we can just present a 2-mana, right? So they wouldn't have wastelanded us. They have Kozilek's Command. We just go cycle, Oracle off of the Lotus Petal and the Underground Sea. They wasteland us. So we go cycle Street Wraith, draw Edge, play Undercity Sewers, bin Thassa's Oracle, cycle Edge to Undercity Sewers, draw Unearth Thassa, and then in that line, they can't Kozilek's Command me to have me draw a card either. Kozilek's Command obviously can exile the Thassa's Oracle. And then this pile also beats Disruptor Flute, naming Thassa's Oracle. So they go Disruptor Flute, name Thassa's Oracle. Then we just do the same thing and we unearth. If they chalice us, we go cycle, Thassa. If they wasteland us, that pile was pretty foolproof, actually. I'm not convinced this island needed to be this island. It might have been able to be something else, but I really like that pile. That was a good one. Awesome, guys. So let's just take a look. I didn't really talk too much about the deck at the beginning, but I do like these decks. They fit my vibe sometimes. Sometimes I just don't want to play these condensed turbo games, and I'm just super happy, jamming some Teferis, casting some Doomsdays, doing some Tamiyo things. And it turns out that we didn't play against blue-black tempo, so that would have been annoying. We brought the Barrowgoyfs in once. We never used them. I'm not sure you actually need Goyfs in this deck. It becomes really hard, as you saw when we were sideboarding, to want to bring everything in against blue decks, especially because you look at this deck and you're like, duh, most of the cards are pretty good against blue decks. I'll trim a Street Wraith against blue decks. Or I would trim some Personal Tutors before, but this deck doesn't play any of those quote unquote bad cards, right? And so it becomes a lot harder to sideboard. So that's something to bear in mind. The basic lands didn't screw us up too much. I don't mind having access to them when I'm playing Unearth. One of the big draws of having Unearth in your deck is that you get to have this route to Oracle off your basics. And then also in a deck with Teferi, you can actually beat Orcish Bowmasters by building the Unearth Consider pile with a Teferi plus. So you plus Teferi, And then it's kind of like Teferi's your quicken. So you plus Teferi, you consider bin Oracle, Bowmaster trigger on the stack, and then unearth the Oracle in response to the Bowmaster triggers. Because the unearth is in your hand as the Bowmaster trigger goes on the stack. So that's like a neat thing as well. But yeah, in any case, guys, thank you so much for coming along. If you're enjoying the Doomsday content, the legacy content, drop a like, hit me with a sub if you haven't already. These things mean a lot. Thank you so much for coming along on another Doomsday adventure. Wish you all a very good night and cheers.